welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. And for those of you who don't know, this is actually part 5 of my save file series. I'm recreating Willow Creek and turning it into a fantasy themed world. So this world is completely filled with all occult sims, and I'm really having so much fun doing it. And I've already got some considerations for my next makeover of a world. I'm torn between two. Once I decide, then I'll reveal it to you guys, but I'm definitely doing them both. I just don't know which one I want to do first. But anyways, if you haven't seen any of the other builds in this series yet and you're interested, the playlist for them is linked down in the description box, as well as my gallery ID and social media info and all that fun stuff. So anyway, let's talk about today's build, which I just absolutely love. And this build theme and color scheme was sort of born along the way of me building this. So I knew I wanted to make this little castle. I wanted it to feel a little bit different than the other castles that I've been doing lately, and just give it a different shape, more square obviously than, you know, some of the other castles that I've been doing that have a lot of towers and things like that. So I did still kind of keep that shape a little bit, but I think I mixed it up, and I'm really happy with the way that the shape of this turned out. I was unsure of it at first, how I was going to figure out how to fit it on such a small lot. This is a 30 by 20 lot, and this has really been a true growing experience for me to build on these smaller lots. But anyways, I still didn't have any vampires added to the world, and there will definitely be in a few weeks, because I have a couple of builds lined up already for you guys for the next 2 weeks. But in the following weeks, I'm definitely going to be adding some vampires. Vampire castles and vampire builds are one of my favorite builds to do in the game. So originally I thought I was kind of going to go for something like that, but obviously I went in a completely different direction. Once I started figuring out the colors, like I said, it switched a lot. And then I wanted to use these windows from Discovery University because I think they're so pretty, and I was adamant about doing this build and not using Realm of Magic windows. I was determined I am not using them. So I went for these Discovery University ones, and once I saw this swatch with the gold panes for the windows, I had to go for it. And I kept adjusting and playing with it because the roof I wasn't happy with, and then I saw this pink swatch and I was like, okay, I'm doing this. So the exterior landscaping, I wanted to keep that really girly as well, because I decided I would just go for it. Since the castle itself turned out very gray looking, I wanted all the color to come through in the landscaping. And that's, you know, how I just made my decision about that. But I ended up using this pink bushes that come from Island Living, and they come in yellow, white, blue, orange, pink. I think that's all the colors that it comes in, and it's so pretty. And it comes in a tree too, and it does look a little tropical, but depending on how you use it when you're landscaping, I think that it definitely gives a different feel. And then I wanted to put a pink tree. My go-to tree is the one from Cats and Dogs that's white. It has these white flowers on it. I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it's so pretty. And I thought of using that at first, but this pink one that I used is from Movie Night. It has these hanging lanterns, and it just feels really romantic to me. And it comes in other great colors. It comes in a teal, and I want to say purple too, but I'm not 100% on that. And then the other landscaping flowers, I just used stuff from Romantic Garden and I think Base Game. And I just try to keep it really simple. You know, I didn't want to go too over the top, because when I'm building on these smaller lots, I still build a big house because I can't help myself. I have such a hard time building a small house. And then there's not a lot of like green grass left, so I didn't want it to feel like the whole thing was just covered in flowers. I wanted to leave some grass. And I also just want to mention, when it comes to landscaping, people are always asking me for tips and One trick that I find that's really important when you're doing landscaping is to use terrain paint under the plants, any plants, flowers, trees, anything like that. And I also like to add it around the base of the house because I just feel like it adds more depth to the build and it adds a little bit more realism. I feel like it really makes it come to life and it makes a huge difference. And yeah, it's just, I have to add it. It's like my finishing touch when I'm doing landscaping. So anyways, moving on to the interior, I had a blast decorating it because I just love pink. I love all the girly things. So I got this build done pretty quickly when I started it. I started on the main floor and I created a little sunroom off to the right side. And I decided that this princess that's going to live here is going to love plants. That's where I came up with the name Princess Peony. And if you don't know, peonies are these beautiful, delicate flowers. And I thought the name would be really fun. So a funny story, actually. So my mom is like the ultimate plant lady. She has plants all over. She has a plant that someone gave her when I was born. And I'm 32 years old. She still has the plant. It's huge. She used to take it outside every summer, but it's so big now that she can't bring it outside. So now it just has a nice window to sit in. But anyways, so she has this peony plant. She was growing it for years and it only bloomed flowers one time and then it didn't bloom again. And the reason that it didn't bloom again is because she had one of the kids in the neighborhood doing the landscaping for her during the summertime, and 2 years in a row she told him, don't touch that plant, it's very important, and he cut it down 2 years in a row. So needless to say, she finally got rid of him, and she got a flower last summer, so she was thrilled about that. But anyways, in the main room downstairs, I wanted it to feel sort of like this gathering space for guests, and then I added the office in the back. And I was really excited to decorate the bedroom, so I jumped out to the third floor, which I never do. I usually do the bedrooms last, but I went up to the third floor so I could start it. And I wanted to create this sort of big closet space. And I used all these items, mostly from Get Famous, which, did I say that already? I can't remember if I mentioned it or not, but I think it's super gaudy and over the top, and I feel like you're building The Sims, like it's not realistic all the time. Just go for it. And I love the way it came out. It just feels like really fun to me. And I wanted it to also be like this big beauty room. So I used 2 dressers and put them back to back in the middle of the room. And I pulled out from the decorations a bunch of different clutter items that look like perfume bottles and the hair dryer one and a bunch of different things, and place them on these 2 tables just to look like this girl is really full of herself, maybe. She's really into beauty and she just has tons of products. And I really, another aspect of the save file thing that I really am enjoying is I never used to think about the Sim that's living in this house, but now I have been because I'm actually making the Sims and it's helping me with decorating. So, if you hear me talk about Sims a lot more than the actual build, sorry if I get sidetracked. It's just as I'm building, I'm trying to create these stories. And yeah, it's really fun. So anyways, in the middle floor, which actually somehow ended up being the most narrow spaces that I had. I don't know if it was because of the balconies that I added and whatnot, but this is where I put the kitchen and the dining room. And the dining room, I wanted it to feel really luxurious. I wanted to use more of the pink, and I used these little couches. And I know that they're not functional as a place for the Sims to sit and eat, but there's other chairs around the table, so I figured it's okay. And I thought it looked really cool. So I brought the element of the pink into the kitchen and used some more shelving from Get Famous for above the counters. And I actually got to tuck the refrigerator away in that corner there, which I was really happy to do because I just hate the way the refrigerators look in the game. I don't know. Even if they match the counters, I just feel like sometimes they just look so out of place. So I was happy to tuck it away in the corner back there. But yeah, other than that, what I wanted to tell you guys is that this is up on the gallery already along with Princess Peony. So if you're interested, you can download them, and the full save file will be made available once it's completed. Next week, I have a cool Valentine's Day build for you guys, it's also my boyfriend's birthday, so I will be taking a few days off, but the video is already ready to go for you guys, so that'll be up next Saturday. So lastly, I have a really cool friend feature for you guys today. This is for the amazing Mom Cave, and she makes these incredible machinimas, and she's just been so supportive to me as a creator. The stories that she creates are so full of drama and twists and turns, and it's just a really refreshing way to see somebody do challenges. Her first season of Machinima was the 100 Baby Challenge, but in a completely different way. And she's just a really positive light in this community. She's used quite a few of my builds in her videos, which is always an absolute honor, and it's awesome to see someone actually want to use them in their game. So please go and show her some support. After my tour finishes, there is going to be a teaser trailer video from her most recent Machinima series, and then a link as well to her channel. So please stick around to see that. And please hit the like button if you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know down in the comments what you thought. And as always, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye. JJ said bye too. Perfect timing. Bye.
Yeah, I never take doubt as a lesson. I never second guess it. Take negativity and reject it. I don't ever doubt myself. I can count on no one else, and I do not need your help. I was told to show, not tell, so watch me